Okay, I think we're live. Good thing Deanna wasn't picking her nose or anything, because
Like on screen?
yeah. But no, it's fine. We're fine.
I really hate not knowing what's going on
But
screen.
I think we're
I don't
live on.
I don't see us on either one yet,
Hold on.
but I might have to refresh. That could be it too. I don't think we're live.
Hold on.
Nate, did you draw tonight?
I did not. No,
Okay.
I thought I could, but
I wanted to ask first this time because last time I'm like, your
yeah.
turn. You're like, wait, I
All
didn't
right.
sign up.
Yeah, we should be live on Facebook now.
There it is.
And we are.
It actually worked the way it was supposed to. I was just sleeping on the button. Excuse me. Jesus Christ. I don't think you guys can hear it, but I can.
I love the Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, thank you. That's some old school photo bashing and I guess some original like hand drawing and sketching and doodling, but
That's hilarious.
I probably spent more time doing that than if I actually drew something.
I hate that. We're like, it'll be quick if I do it this way.
Yeah. I fell in a rabbit hole and I just kept adding stuff and
Yeah, I've done that for concert posters.
Now, are we live on YouTube? Because I don't see it on my channel.
It says we're on
yeah.
episode 6. Yeah, we're on. Send me a notification. Do you subscribe to yourself?
Whoa.
Yeah, we're on.
Playback, mute it. I see us going on Facebook. I'm just missing out on the YouTube for some reason. I am subscribed. I'll just trust you guys. If you can see it, it's good.
Yeah, I'm seeing us.
Oh, there it is. Live now. Not my normal channel. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing on the channels I'm used to. So, there's that. Alright, I guess we're set then if...
All right.
When am I... You gotta tell... I don't know. We haven't come up with an official... When Deanna's
Okay.
face is on the screen.
Ready?
All right, guys. Let's go.
Now?
Yeah. Hold on. All right, let's do it again.
And 3, 2.
1.
Hey there, fellow art nerds! And welcome to, believe it or not, episode 6 of season 4 of the Clique. We still have no clue what we're doing. But we do it beautifully and artistically, wonderfully, uniquely us. So,
Chaotically.
yes.
We just make this up as we go.
Clique. As I said, episode 6 of season 4. I am your host, Deanna. Tonight, our clickers have drawn sci-fi historical figures. So the joke was everybody was going to do Abe Lincoln. So my prediction is nobody drew Abe Lincoln for that very reason. But we're about to find out. So if you're new to the Clique, the way it works is every month, what are we? April through September, I do believe it is. Last Thursday of every month within that time period, we come up with some kind of fun prompt, and a group of pin clickers decide to get together, on their own. I said that backwards. We get together, show it. They draw on their own. Wherever their imagination takes them. So right now, I'm going to bring out, or have Nate bring out, this month's Clique. And tell me when that actually happens.
Everybody wave.
Hi, guys!
Whoa.
It's like behind the
All
curtain,
right.
it's far more artists, yeah.
Well, joining me tonight is my co-host, Mr. Gary Bedell.
Greetings, Internet land. Thank you for coming out tonight. If you're out there with us live, and if you're watching us later on in YouTube, thank you for watching.
True. Thank you. Keep watching. Tell all your friends and tell people you just met. Tell everyone.
You
Also
are
with
all
me
my
tonight,
friends.
our webmaster, Mr. Nate Howard.
Hi.
He's controlling everything we do.
Hi.
Hi. I'm busy.
Yeah, so blame me. But yeah, here we are.
All right. Also
Make it
tonight,
happen.
we have Mr. Kevin Russell.
No.
We've got Matt Decker.
Hello.
We have got Jared George.
Hello.
Cliff Gamble.
Hello.
Josh Meter or Metter?
It's Metter.
Because I say it wrong every time, I think. And then I hear you introduce yourself. And I'm like,
All
Josh
right,
Metter.
I'm gonna go back to the title screen and we're gonna try this all again.
Start over.
I didn't do it.
Yay. And
We
also
demand perfection.
we've also got Mr. Daryl Clonch.
Woo!
Boy.
That's everybody.
All right.
Woo!
I got them all, right? James isn't here. I usually miss James. For some reason. All right. So, did anybody do Abe Lincoln?
Well, I did the
Oh.
title card of Abe Lincoln, and I
That
thought
is
maybe
true.
I was I don't know, castrating somebody else on. And here's the thing about these title cards that when we do it, because each of them are done by one of us, and usually we sign up to do certain months, or we need somebody, so we ask them. And there's a lot of people who not only do the title card, but they actually produce artwork for the show, and it's like they have perfect quality presentation artwork that they give away for the title card, and it's like what other ideas do you have? And I think that was maybe my issue with this one, was that I was like, well, kind of shot my whole load on that one, and I don't really know what else to do.
So technically, you did do a piece.
Yeah,
That is
I mean,
true.
I did, yeah,
That
and
is
I
true.
like it. It's fun, but I couldn't come up with anything else, and every time I had time to think about it, I got distracted with other stuff.
I beg to differ. You say, what other ideas do you have? You all have so many ideas all the time.
Yeah. Well, I had one other idea, but I bet one of you did it, so we'll find out.
We gotta find out.
It's hard to get past thinking of Space Lincoln. I don't think about the Roman Empire, but I do think about Space Lincoln.
Space Lincoln, right? I know. That's
So artists think about Space Lincoln. Every other man on Earth thinks about the Roman Empire. Is that it?
Does it count when you were in the Roman Empire? Because I thought about it a lot then.
I don't get that. I don't know. No, wait, Daryl, were you the one that did like a little poll and asked people for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because I had a couple, but I was like, I am sure that there's a ton of people that I don't know about and I should know about. So I just asked for other people to throw out a bunch of things, and it was interesting. It did lead me to some random research. So
Yeah.
It makes me feel
That's
like
cool.
I should start giving you guys homework. Here's your list of research.
We
is
test
due now.
well at the end of each month. The homework is going to suck. I promise.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get started. I rolled a die this time.
Yeah.
I always hate trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. And Daryl, your number came up first.
oh wow.
Are you
your
ready?
numbers up.
Okay. So, like, first instinct was go with a warrior type, but I was afraid I was afraid I would fall into some tropes. Apparently, host has disabled participant screen sharing.
Womp
Of course I
womp.
did. All right, that is misleading because I didn't disable it. I just never enabled it. Oh,
Likely
She
story.
doesn't want you to show off.
No.
And that's
all
our
right.
show.
Multiple participants can share.
Mm,
I hope that
Now
works.
you have to do it. Just describe it very
Yeah.
clearly. We'll all close our eyes and we'll
And
imagine
we're
your
all gonna
image.
draw what you describe.
Okay, are you
My
seeing this?
gosh.
Okay, that's not me. I
Oh.
mean, that's not my drawing. This,
Say,
that-
put the photographs.
yeah, exactly.
What'd you do with the
Hold on.
beard?
Okay, so this is the artist Rosie O'Neill, who is local Springfield historical type.
Ooh.
She,
Huh.
I did a write up so I wouldn't just completely stumble. Okay, so she was born in 1874, lived to 1944. She's the lady that created the Cupid dolls in 1909.
Huh.
What?
Yeah.
From Springfield?
Yep, started out as illustration and then created them, like I said, as dolls a few years later. She was the first published female cartoonist in the US, and then at one point became one of the highest paid cartoonists in the country, regardless of gender.
My goodness.
She created art, novels, poetry, and was like hugely instrumental in the women's suffrage movement. Like she had this vast fortune from Cupid dolls, and she used a lot of it to support women's suffrage and just overall equality, which at the time obviously was not. She got inducted into the Eisner Awards Hall of Fame in 2022, obviously very posthumously. She started Puck Magazine, went on to Ladies Home Journal, Good Housekeeping, so on and so forth. She was rich enough that she had houses and apartments in New York, Italy, France, and the Ozarks all concurrently. She would just spend time, and then she ended up spending her last like 40 years in the Ozarks, actually just north of Branson, like 10 miles, and then passed away actually here in Springfield. The house that she passed away in is on the Drury campus still. But I mean, like she was big enough in everything at the time outside of the women's suffrage movement. Like she learned her sculpture from Rodin, and she was best buddies with Thomas Hart Benton. So like
Cool.
she was
Jeez.
big in the thing. I knew about Cupid dolls obviously, but I didn't know much about her until the Springfield Art Museum did a show a couple of years ago and just had some amazing. That's her and Thomas Hart Benton. Her with the Cupid doll.
Huh.
But the outside of Cupid dolls, she also did monsters,
Those are awesome.
and
Well, there
they
you
were
go.
all nature creatures basically. But I found them like amazing and haunting, and they're all pretty big scale
Yeah.
pieces.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, and I mean, and then that's the funny thing. Like, this is what she does sometimes, and then this is the paying one.
I see the connection though. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because the place that she lived outside of Branson, she said that like she felt like these guys, the Cupies, were like fairy folk, and like living in nature, she felt like that both them and these other monsters. That's where she got her inspiration from. So, just all sorts of nifty stuff.
They have a pretty good display of her stuff down at the College of the Ozarks museum.
And I think there's a school somewhere in Branson that's their mascot is like the fighting Cupid doll.
Oh
It's
yeah.
hilarious.
Sounds terrifying
And
in a
creepy.
strange way. Yeah. So this is what I drew of her.
Oh, I love the rings
Um,
around the Cupid dolls
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
So-
great comp.
Put in like some of her monster features that she did, and so she's got her two bruisers, and then
Oh yeah.
her little flying robot QPs.
Oh, that's cute.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, love that.
Oh.
So I mainly just kind of got into the mark making.
Yeah, I noticed that you're just the figures and the details in the creatures behind her like are very her style. Like you captured that, like just the anatomy of like their bellies and
Yeah.
Yeah, your textures are always like on point. You can like having that statue figure behind her and her dress pop out has
Mhm.
2 different textures is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, color in the background I wasn't really sure about, so I just kind of went with the sort of watercolor wash feel that she
I think it vibes well.
so.
Yeah.
Plus, when I tried to put stuff in the background, I felt like I was taking away from all the mark making on the monsters. So
Yeah.
Right.
When you've got multiple tones throughout the QPs, so it's like
He's gonna be right below that, okay? You're gonna be, watch. This is where you're gonna like, you're gonna be right here.
Somebody's got their microphone on.
Yeah, they do. I'm like, okay.
it's bedtime. So yeah, I just thought she's one really cool local flavor, and then 2 big women suffrage and first big female artist. So I decided to go with her as my little sci-fi figure.
no, that was really clever.
That was a cool pull.
I get the feeling like they're her guardians. Like her creations are her guardians, and she's all safe there with them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I love the feeling of this.
I also dig those eyebrows.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're cool eyebrows.
Yeah.
I love that the QPs almost look like a Mega Man type thing. You know?
Yeah.
That's kind of what they remind me of.
The
It's really
little Jetsons
yeah,
rings around there.
That's a great take on those.
Yeah.
And your ink work is excellent.
Oh, thanks.
That is, yeah.
That's definitely what I try to focus on learning each time. And I think somebody if you haven't already got on the Clever Kaiju Discord, it would behoove you to get in there, because I mentioned a couple of educational videos and this and that, and somebody posted some stuff about inking with a brush. And so I was watching that and then using that to kind of come in here and do some of my original line work the way that they were knocking it out. So
Are the tapers like natural like brush strokes, or is that?
yeah, it's a combination. It's Kyle's ink brush pack.
Okay.
Which,
Oh, really cool. Okay.
and then just kind of going in and adding some more like erasing bits and
Yeah.
stuff here and there just to give it just a little bit more. So yeah,
It's really cool.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I like the variety of textures you have going on. Really plays well. I have the figures, of course, that starts. They just feel like, well, they're nature spirits too,
Yeah.
But you're also elemental. So you get
Yeah.
I also like the nature and the tech it together. It really looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I like to see that printed on like a textured paper. Like just something about that.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that'd be cool.
It needs to be
It's
printed
good.
on a textured paper.
It kind of has
Yeah,
like a
that's
vintage look
Looks
to it.
pretty.
yeah. That's what I was I played with like yellowing and stuff like that for a little bit, and then I was like, I gotta focus.
It's easy to get into that rabbit hole, man.
That's why we have due
Devil in
dates.
the details.
Eventually, you'll have to
Right.
stop. And
All
No, well
I
done,
have the
man.
Comments. Hi, David. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Powell Art.
Yo.
Rachel says she loves how you blended both of her styles together. And also, who knew this was going to be an educational episode?
Mhm. Yeah.
You know, you guys usually we have you like imagine characters and draw them. It's very rare that you draw real people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Oh, you're supposed to do real people?
well, not necessarily, I guess. But no, I mean, I was looking at that thinking, wow, if she was alive, I bet she would just be tickled to death to see that. Like, that would be
Yeah, I
awesome.
know that. Yeah, I thought that too.
And you
Alright.
can they've got her house burned down, but they rebuilt it, but they have like a museum and stuff for her down just outside of Branson you can visit for like $3, I think.
Huh.
It's worth going down.
That's
What are
cool.
the odds that Spring, like the Southern Missouri, got QPs and the Precious Moments? Like,
Yeah,
Ah,
I wonder if there was like a battle royale.
something
like-
to think about.
My
That's
money's
what
on the
this
Kewpies.
area of Missouri is just
Like that dude's like, what if you made Kewpies obviously Christian?
I mean, there was one where she had their little fur, like their little hair tufts up like little horns.
Mhm.
She's got some pretty wicked ones. Like there's some ones down in the College of the Ozarks Museum that I'm like, holy crap! Like she was like, yes, put it on that. Yeah, do that with that. Yeah, here's this one. Like it was, she was like Kiss, but with Kewpies. Like everything had a Kewpie on it.
I thought it'd be
now
cool.
all my brain can see is the precious moments and the Kewpies
Just
fighting to the death.
just massive.
Dude,
like,
that needs to be a
million
picture.
cycle.
One of these days at a tattoo convention, I might have a collection of like those old like vintage dolls from like flea markets or something like that, and just like tattoo with like their face up and
There you go.
do like old metal face, like the death face, and I mean people might buy them. These adorable dolls with cool tattoos.
That make them less creepy, right? More
I'm sure,
personable.
yeah.
More personal.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, dolls are creepy. I would at least
Yes.
make them cooler.
That doll has a tattoo. I could hang out with that
It's
doll.
more. It's not as creepy if it's deliberate, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Next up on the dice roll is Matt.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
Bum bum bum.
Bum, bum, bum. How do I... Nate, can you put that up, or what do I do?
Do you have it? Are you want to share your?
share your screen, or do you need one of us to pull it up?
I probably need one of you guys to pull it up.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
Nate, you want to do it, or you want me to?
I'm kind of spinning plates as it is.
Okay. There's Matt. I'm gonna download it so I do not spoil everybody's in one shot. Like I
Yeah.
See, this is what Jared was warning me about earlier. He had me download it. All right.
My laptop's dead apparently, so
Yikes. See, I almost spoiled already. Pull that down. Minimize everything but what I'm trying to show. All right. Doggone it. This is probably, I'll probably just share the screen we can already see. Screen or that? You guys see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh-wee.
And so, unlike Daryl, I did no research. I didn't read anything. I just went off, the knowledge I already had. So, do you guys know what it is? Does everybody know what it is?
It's a
oh, is it Pocahontas?
No.
I'm getting an arc feel,
close.
like, but
It's actually supposed to be the core of Discovery, which is another Missouri history.
oh.
Yeah.
Missouri history lesson.
Yeah. Yeah, the journey of Lewis and Clark, guided by Sacagawea.
Oh.
Is that-
Oh.
So
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
In this case, though, I made the choice of making Sacagawea an Esper from Final Fantasy VI. So that was,
Nice.
Okay.
Whoa.
Well, now it all makes sense. Yeah, I wouldn't have
Yeah.
pulled that though. I wouldn't have. I was a B student at best.
yeah. So she's kind of showing them the way to, well, from the actual Sacagawea. If you take that story, oh, I didn't do that. Whatever that is.
No, see, I told you guys.
But that was Missouri's best. It said
Doggone
so,
it.
right on.
Right. Well, I have to believe it.
At one.
Yeah, now you
Back,
have
ladies
to
and
believe.
gentlemen.
It was
It's the best. I got the award. Yay!
the interweb,
Hold on. What?
and we're live.
So it's not screen sharing anymore, is it?
No.
No.
Let's try this.
There we go.
Oh,
There you
there
are.
it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Yeah, but if I hit that side again, it may. I
It just goes
apologize
to the
in
next.
advance.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
that's
I'm
all right.
sorry. Please keep telling your story.
So in actual history, Sacagawea was a Shoshone, a member of the Shoshone tribe, And so when Lewis and Clark actually met up with her, the reason she was able to get them very much further on their journey was that for her it was a journey home. She was going back to her people. So that's kind of what this sort of represents. There are two symbols in it. One is the river, which you can see kind of coming off the galaxy in the distance toward the ship. And then the other symbol is on her chest. I originally was going to have her have several tattoos, but it didn't really work out. But that symbol is supposed to be of a homecoming, really like more of a warrior's homecoming. But that was as close as I could find something that would just serve as a symbol.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
This is an excellent sci-fi interpretation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah,
did
those
it
colors
right.
are nice though, man.
Yeah, those colors are just really, really nice.
Oh yeah, it pops like crazy.
Yeah.
I'm looking
I
at
really
all of our faces on our screens, our little screens, and we all have this like bright pink like tone. We just keep getting closer and closer to the screen.
So I'm not the only one that can't see unless I get really close.
No, it's just there's just little things that, you know, but yeah, that's
Well, he's got little glowy windows on the ship. We got to see what's in
yeah, I
there.
know. See, I thought it was like a Noah's Ark or something that was, you know, like a clever spin on it, you know, just because of the ship. But yeah, I like your version better.
Mhm.
Yeah, way better.
I knew it was some kind of guide, and I was like, this is some kind of guide, and yeah, this is great, man. This is really, really great.
Oh, thank you.
Those colors are great. Those glow effects, really nice.
All my glow effects I learned years ago. There was like back before everything was online, there used to be actual magazines like for Photoshop.
Yep.
And I had one that had a tutorial on like how to do lightsabers. This was like back when the prequels were like really big, and my son wanted a photo with him holding a lightsaber, but he was like, "Make it glow, Dad." So I had this tutorial. So I have stolen that same technique for many different pieces of art.
Good on you. Good on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's a Photoshop magazine is for.
Right.
Right, for sure.
Look at those tricks and and execute them in your work, man.
Yeah.
This is solid, dude. I like it.
I just especially love that river shape that I didn't
Yeah.
notice until you pointed it out. Now I can't stop seeing it. It's very clever.
Yeah.
It's very timely artwork too. My daughter just came home from school talking that they learned about Sacagawea today.
Oh, well, cool.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Cool.
So
How
you're
about
right in
that?
line with SPS school boards.
Ah, I'm sensing a trend. What are you, parents?
Yeah, if you're looking for strong women role models, the actual Sacagawea not only guided these people, she was the working mom because her husband
Right.
was basically kind of a what do you call it? A freeloader. He just kind of went on for the ride. She was the one that did all the work. Plus, she had a newborn that she carried across the country while all these guys, you know, were carrying their boats and going. You know, she was doing all this with a newborn. So
2,000
You
miles
know.
with a baby on her back.
Overachiever.
yeah. So well, and I've no doubt they probably would have got lost and died had she
Oh,
not been
absolutely.
No,
with
you're
them.
you're right.
Well,
yeah.
because she was their interpreter, she was their guide. She knew the way.
She's there to say, "Don't eat that."
She said that's exactly don't eat that. And when they were really hungry and winter was coming, they found her people, and her brother was a I don't know if he was a chief or so he was big in the tribe. So anyway, they got to stay there and winter with her folks. So You know, I guess you know the entire country pretty much owes its existence to woman power. So go ladies.
Woohoo!
For sure.
All right. Let me see. Like Pocahontas, like you mentioned, that brings her to mind. I love the Disney movie Pocahontas, but it's always bothered me that they took liberties with a story that was a real person. It really happened.
It was a tragic
Decided-
story too, though.
Yes.
The true
Yeah.
story
Yes.
of Pocahontas is it's
Not a
awful.
Disney movie.
No,
Doesn't end well.
she was an 11-year-old
Yeah.
girl.
No
Yeah,
Disney
yeah, yeah.
movie in real life ended well.
And the John Smith of real life, like he had good intentions, but yeah, he was snubbed really quick. Like, maybe we shouldn't do this. Well, then I'm going to call you for treason, and we're just going to take you out back and execute you. The John Rolfe, however, sorry,
Well, yeah, these poor kids that love that movie and then go to history class are like, what?
right? Yeah, they're not gonna teach her real story.
What?
No.
You think Disney's lying?
Sadly.
Yeah. Thankfully, they have Google to learn all the real stories.
Mhm.
All right. Off of that depressing thought.
Mm.
We will move
Bad
on.
now.
A different
Guys-
thought.
Dice roll number 3 is Mr. Kevin.
Oh, all right.
What?
Oh, these were-
Don't make me sad, Kevin.
Yeah.
I love it when I catch you guys by surprise. Like, what?
Don't make me confront the true nature of. Oh man.
Oh, that's really cool.
Pile bodies.
Yep. I can't see it. Well, y'all came back. I didn't have a presentation on this. It's where I'm from, we have 7 national heroes, Jamaica. And they're each pivotal to, claiming their independence. There was one woman. Her name was Nanny. The Maroons, she was Nanny of the Maroons is her official title. She was one of the, leaders, one of the greatest warriors. She went into the battle barehanded against, the British soldiers when they were called redcoats. They also called them lobsterbacks because the Maroons had ran off into the center of the island after the Spaniards left the island when the British moved in. The Spaniard slaves moved into the center and established their own villages. The legend is also they might have warrior blood, from some of the most fiercest tribes from Africa at the time. So, but in any case, for over 100 years, they fought and kept their independence. And weren't able to be, conquered by the British. The British occupied the island well over 100 years. But Nani was supposedly one of the greatest, if not the greatest warrior. Next to Cujo, who you probably heard his name, but apparently she was the best, I'm not just talking about hand to hand, as far as planning, attacks, how to take them out, like she went in barehanded. So I was thinking, imagine a far future, a group of people have to toughen themselves up to become telekinetic, just basically badasses. And I said, and lobsterbacks made me think of cyborgs. I was planning something more elaborate with the drawing, but I was just kept this in my sketchbook. But I was just thinking of Nanny, the Maroons, which I don't know if people hear about her much, but she was a definitely important part of Jamaican history as far as how we think of our culture too. So,
that's very cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I just did it in pen and ink, freehanded it. I did some little thumbnails at first, and I usually don't draw women. I don't think I draw women well. So it's the second time I've done this. I've done another woman.
Well, there's no denying you nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's killer.
Absolutely.
But I was planning to do more of the background atmosphere because the central island is very hilly. Like in parts of clouds are touching the some mountains and everything. Like it's very tough terrain, so I have to play with that and put it in. But I said, nah, just have her sitting on a stack of bodies, but cybernetic,
Yeah.
and they didn't get too far. So
Is she controlling like the scepter with her mind? Is that what's happening?
Yeah.
The
I wanted to put some kind of telekinesis at first. I wanted
Okay.
first I was thinking of putting like glowing arms. But I said no, she has like a scepter. She's kind of I'm not going to get too far out and figure about like she's just a weapon or a symbol of who she is, a leader. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That
man.
is awesome.
That's
Yeah, I love the smoke too. The smoke
Yeah.
coming up, robot in the background. That's great.
Yeah.
It's the energy of the pinstrokes is awesome.
mhm.
Mhm.
It is. It's
Yeah.
absolutely wonderful.
Especially that body that's just laid over,
Right, yeah.
and the arm that's kind of
The arm is coming out,
has
yeah.
you up there. Yeah, I really, really like that.
Mhm.
My eyes keep going back to that.
I know, yeah.
Well, I think you have to give her some support, on body she's sitting on. So.
Yeah, well, yeah. You need a throne. The bodies don't have to be warm, just
Yeah.
collected. Oh, that's really cool, man.
Yeah.
Super awesome.
There's always a lot of motion in your work, like in your like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's like a snapshot of something that's actively happening.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's just something I do sometimes. Like I was thinking of the scenario a little
Mhm.
bit. So I was being kind of not too quick, but when I draw, I just try and get the gesture down, then I go back in. So
Well, it looks like you're flipping through like an archaeological journal or something, and it's a
Right.
sketch that somebody saw while it was actively happening.
Yeah.
people said that to me. Say you draw like someone. Someone said I draw like someone from the 1600s. It's like okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Thanks.
Studying something work. It's a compliment. I'm like okay.
So you're from Jamaica, was that right?
Hmm?
You're from
Pardon?
Jamaica, is that correct?
Yeah.
Is that where you are right now, or where
No, I'm in Florida, man.
you're in Florida now?
No,
Man.
we're in Florida to be precise.
How old were you when you came to Florida?
When I was 12,
Really?
first Miami first.
Yeah.
I got more into comic books and anime, and used to do read all the comics in Jamaica and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
be into sci-fi. But I spent majority of my life in America, but
Sure, yeah.
I still have my accent, kind of.
Rachel chimed in again. She loves how much you can convey in this sketchy style.
Yeah. It's like I say, those lines are just motion. Every single line is motion. It is. It's not one line feels stagnant
Thank you.
in it at all. I love it. I think it's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now, I was trying to rush through this sometime in the morning before we go to work, and I have my coffee. I'm just sketching it. All right, good enough.
It's awesome.
How big is that?
It's just about 8.5 by 11, about the size of the sketchbook page.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the color of the paper too that it's on.
Yeah.
It's perfect for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
man.
realized that now, looking at it, like, oh, it really does look like old.
Yeah.
The tone paper and everything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It does look old, but it also looks like a graphic novel I would want to read.
Yeah.
You
For
should,
sure.
yeah.
And especially the way you explained it, it's like, oh yeah, I would totally read that. That
Well, I couldn't tell if the staff was like in the back of something that, like she just stuck it in there to hold it. But then when I see the ring that's kind of radiating around her head and then a little bit around the tip of the staff too.
Yeah.
And it makes
Yeah.
sense. It's
I was going to have the staff stab into one of them. I was like, nah, they'll keep up a day. But good they caught that. I was like, if it will work. But I want to stick to the fact she fought, well, for the most part, barehanded, too. I want to hint at that.
yeah. Yeah, well done, man.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Very cool, Kevin.
Thank
There's only male artists on the show tonight, but I appreciate the fact that so far we have only seen female historical figures.
Yeah, that's something to note. Yeah, and they're
No power.
like fascinating stories too.
Yeah, like I'm enjoying the history lessons.
Yeah, I know. I didn't plan for this. I thought we were gonna like ruin like low hanging fruit, historical figures that we hate.
Hey, I haven't gone yet.
That we've learned that we learned were truly awful people, and we were gonna make fun of them. But okay.
I just wish when I was in school learning stuff, I enjoyed the stories as much as I do as an adult.
Well, it's all how they're presented to you.
Yeah.
Right.
That helps too. That really does. All right, the dice agreed to the rules apparently, because not first, not last. Mr. Gary Bedell is next.
He's over there just Jediing the die roll every time.
You did that on purpose. Well, I picked somebody who everyone should definitely thank. I know I thank him
shucks.
for what he's done. And I think he's a pretty awesome guy. He is the man who created the video game cartridge, Mr. Jerry
Oh
Lawson.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah, that's great.
Cool.
That's why I didn't know who it was. I don't play video games.
What?
Well, there's a lot of people behind the scenes in video games that you never meet, you know.
Yeah. But I really, really wanted to you know, do Jerry because, you know, this guy's iconic, man. We all owe this guy a big old thanks, man, because yeah, we would be some sad chickens without this guy. He came up with the video game cartridge. That's huge, man. Like
Yeah.
that is so big. And the reason why it has an F on it is because that's the first console was the Channel F. Is what he came up with, and they had these weird controls. They're like these long controls with this little stubby joystick up top. It's a weird looking console. Weird, totally weird. If you haven't seen it, you should go check it out. But the art style, the reason why I wanted to do it like this is because one, I was really, really excited about the Fantastic Four movie that they announced, and I loved how they kind of did the artwork for that. So I was like, oh, I want to do. Yeah, it kind of feels like that a little bit. So
You got that
I
old
did like this, you know, almost very retro future, kind of Kangish thing.
Yeah, it's like the old print style, like the layered style print.
Yeah.
Yeah, like his costume is kind of old, you know, future, retro future looking.
Yeah.
Looks like the only African American in the Jetsons.
Right, exactly.
I appreciate that you made it look like the pouch on his belt actually has a practical use and isn't there just to be pretty.
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Oh yeah, his screwdriver bit. That's really cool.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
great.
But I just let's see if I can pull the file apart. But I got like his under sketch in here. I should have put it all in a folder, and I didn't. Hold on.
Should have made one of those fancy videos. Why didn't you make a fancy video?
I know I should have made a fancy video, but you know what? I didn't do that. Did I? No, I didn't.
But you know what? I didn't.
You know, I did. It started with this. I was gonna do something kind of like a bit more full, kind of the Loki. Have you ever seen Loki? Kind of like the technology, the way it looks. It's like retro future.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what I wanted to go with here. But I ended up doing more of a closer portrait because one time I really, really wanted to do that with like all the screens and stuff and have like failed versions of the screens behind him, and then like one that was like illuminated, like, oh, this is correct, and here is the console. This is the tape, the cartridge that starts everything. So, but if I had more time, I was going to do that. But I really, really had a lot of fun doing this one because I kind of did it almost in a traditional way where it's like I did really rough sketch. I did like line work, like I was inking it, and then I did flat colors mostly. But the lighting is like an airbrush. I kept it really, really simple. Put a cool little texture on top of it.
Yeah.
Love the texture.
Yeah, it turned out great.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That is fabulous.
Powell Art says the style of this is so satisfying. Rachel Norton, the addition of the crease is a great touch. I'm thinking she means the up there in the corner, or really just kind of the textures of the paper all around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the folds in the fabric are impressive too. So, you know,
I dig the halftone.
great retro feel. Apparently, another comic shop doesn't want to see your fancy video, but that's why we have
Jeff,
the kaiju
Rhonda, be
OnlyFans.
quiet.
Yeah, we put that stuff behind a paywall. It's just business.
But I think this guy's probably like the closest thing that we have to like a real Santa Claus.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
that's fair.
The love and pride both showing in his face.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, that's really awesome.
I was like, I want to make this guy if like Kang the Conqueror was like a good guy and wanted to make video games instead of like destroy time and space. He wanted to figure out how to get a game on a cartridge. This is what I came up with. So, thanks for peeping, guys.
Yeah, man. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
That's dope.
Very good.
I dig the Jack Kirby feel to his design.
Yeah, I was curious. Was
Yeah.
that a layer that you like? Did you mask off sections for that, or is that an actual brush that you brought in?
No, I actually went in and painted in all the shadow, and then I painted it on the light with like a hard brush, and then I went in and turned it into half tone.
Very good.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. And heck, you can use that anywhere. Like if you didn't
Yeah.
have it already, now you can just drag and drop that and mask things out as you need it. Like
Isn't it
just a big old,
just
a big old sheet of halftone, yeah.
But like,
'Cause
yeah,
I'm
there's so
lazy.
many different ways you can do that, and it looks so cool.
It does,
I love
yeah.
how you can just do that now.
It looks like the old CMYK like relief printing where like you could see where the layers don't quite line up, and yeah.
Yeah, it's funny when people. I don't know if you guys have ever had the design jobs where you've had to put like something that looks like it has mistakes in it.
Yeah, to
things
make it
that
look
aren't in
yeah.
it, and then they're like, "No, that mistake doesn't look right." It's like it's a mistake. Like,
It's
like
it's not
You're
not
upset
no.
about my mistake.
Well, in tattooing, a lot of people, they'll sometimes they'll give us handwritten things or like children's drawings, and they want us to translate over. And it says, well, it'll just take a few minutes. It's a kid's drawing. It's real easy. I'm like, you do understand that like there's more detail in the errors. Like I have to mimic your child's drawing style, and I have to mimic your mom's handwriting, which is
Look,
not
do you want
mine.
this good? Do you want it to suck like your kids?
Like I have to unlearn everything. But that, and that's the thing, is like sometimes it's actually more, I have to be more meticulous in order to capture, because everybody's handwriting, all the mistakes and flaws and that's what makes it unique. It's like I'm not going to smooth out your mom's,
It looks fake as hell, right?
Yeah, exactly. You can do it too much, and it's like, oh no, I boned it up. It looks.
Yeah.
There's too much. Yeah.
Yeah. I play the game anytime that there's kids art in a movie. I go, did somebody's son do that for them, or is that an art director? Because you can always tell, like it's just way
right.
clean and perfect. This is a kid drawing, it's an actual kid drawing.
Right. Well, they might not be able to legally though. Like, hey, we need like 500 kids drawings for this scene. Give it to a kindergarten class and like.
Dude,
they should just call me. I have totes of kids' drawings.
Dude, go back and watch Girl in the Woods, the Grip TV short film that
I did
art for. All of the drawings that the girl did when she was younger, Peyton List's main character, I did all those drawings, but they're all digital with a pencil brush. And it's like, I don't know, but it's like, you didn't do that.
Okay, Gary, is that the same one that's on Peacock?
That is the series version that they did, because when they did the pilot, like it got picked up and then they put it through different direction, which was Kristen Ritter's production group, and then they got a different actress, and then Peyton was out. And then, so Cal Penn and Peyton were out, and then they put like a new actress in there, and they did their thing.
Okay.
But the first version
I saw that
was
name, and I'm
way
like,
better.
I think that's what Gary was talking about.
Yeah, the first version was way better. The one that came out first, like the OG version. No offense to NBC, the Peacock version they put out, it was great, but the first version was way better. It was wicked.
All right.
Actually.
Start with the original source material, people.
Yeah.
Krypton.
Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
was.
All right. Well, next up we've got Jared.
Woo!
So
Yeah.
I'm cheering for you, correct?
Please.
We'll
Woo!
see how it works this time.
I drew some dude.
Some dude. Does anybody want to guess?
Better
while
not
I'm
be
trying to
Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah, down in the corner.
remember how I just shared my screen?
Is it Tesla getting stabbed in the back?
Ooh.
Oh, there we go.
That's cool.
You see it?
Is it Einstein?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yes.
That's
I hope
wild.
so.
that's nice.
That is so wild, dude.
And he's got turbos.
Yeah,
It's like
turbo pecs.
turbo packs, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
wanted to give him
story?
I just wanted to give him a face that was like, "What have I done?" But like, you don't know what the hell he's done.
I figured he woke up like that. Like, what have you done? Yeah.
Right off the bat, what I
There you
love
go.
is that you're like taking your what you would refer to your comic style and like your painting stuff, and you're doing this with it more, and I think it looks
Yeah.
so cool.
Your color choices,
It's
man.
so
are-
good looking.
I love his
Thank you.
mustache for some reason. I don't know why, but it makes me very happy.
Like the skin, the lighting, like the way the hair's done, the brush actually that you're using to the ink, the line work. Looks
The
really
texture on those
good.
planets
Mhm.
also makes me happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Good glow. Man, you guys are killing it with these glow effects tonight.
Yeah, your designer is
Oh.
showing. Your designer brain is showing, dude. The symmetry between this in the body work there. The symmetry is like impressive. Like that's
It definitely helps draw focus up to the augments on his face too.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, originally if we gave him just a regular eye patch, I'm like, that's not sci-fi enough.
You know what's kind of weird? It kind of feels like Mobius a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like but in like the best way. I like
And
the usage and then like the around the neck and the machinery and just I don't know, just kind of, it feels like that to me. Not saying that it like looks like it, but it feels like it.
I'll take it.
It definitely feels like his design sensibility across, like you said, the neck and the shoulders.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And even some of the color choices are
Mm-hmm.
very in that ballpark too.
I like the contrast because it's done in these kind of bright, happy colors, but his expression is not. So it's kind of like he's done this thing that everybody thinks is just the bright, shiny, happy time, but it's not real clear if he's sad, but he doesn't look real sure.
That makes me happy.
Well, and I mean that's the thing is like, do you think he had that face when he realized the power of the atom bomb? Do you think he was like had that? Oh no, what have I done? Look on his face.
Right.
Now, I will say the only thing that I really was not happy with, and I tried and I could not do it, is I wanted the background spacey kind of look. I wanted to be more of a portal looking thing, but I couldn't make it work right. But
That's
behind it, I wanted that to be more Jack Kirby space is what I wanted, but I could not make that shit work. Like I could not. I was never gonna make that happen.
Yeah, I think it looks more portally now than if you did it more spacey. I mean, it looks like
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it looks more like he could walk through that, or somebody could come through it. Whereas if it was just, I think what you're talking about, the Kirby is like more black to it. Then I think it would just, I think it would just look like a window.
Yeah. I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
So I think you nailed it, even though
On accident.
that happens to me all the time. It's like, well, I was going for this, but I really wanted it to look like this. Well, you nailed what you wanted to do, I think.
Well, I'm willing to bet if you put a ton of time into that background, you would have ended up like dropping the
Hating it.
opacity to 10% anyway, because you're like, this gets too much
Probably.
attention from
Yeah.
Einstein's face. So I think you did all right.
Yeah, you're probably right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the interference pattern. Like how the ripples are going together in the bottom, whatever is growing.
Oh yeah. Is that like a console?
Yeah, I didn't know. Like the idea was, I don't know. There was like what Gary did, where there was a whole freaking scene at one point whenever I first
Mhm.
sketched it out.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I'm just gonna focus on the close up.
But the glow
the
that
idea
translates
was-
through works really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the idea is there's something in there. I just couldn't figure out what to draw, so that's why I gave it that texture.
It works.
Rachel
like-
Norton. I love how colorful it is.
Yeah.
Another comment. Well, you know, Jeff and the gang. Mustache makes the woman happy. Jeff, and then he leaves.
I think he needs to leave after that comment. He's about to get cut out of the chat.
Everything looks amazing, guys. Gotta go, but we'll watch later. Yeah, and then Alan Childers' art and illustration on YouTube was Einstein of Borg. This looks awesome. Einstein of Borg. That
Einstein of Borg.
it sounds like a title, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, I like the chess piece too because you don't really know what the scale is. Because I mean, if you zoom
Right.
in like on where the chest is, it looks like there's a little stairway leading up to a set of Star Trek doors.
Oh.
Oh, one of those like forever zoom
Yeah.
like images.
So
where
is he like just
True.
is he just Einstein or is he like Mammoth Einstein
Right.
Galactus size? That
he's like one of those '90s toys that you get with like Ninja Turtles, where it's like the Sewer City,
Right.
but it's like in Dimension X.
I really wish Drunk Jared was that clever.
Ah.
Well, there you go. You can have it.
Yay!
I just 2%.
Oh, thank you guys.
Awesome. Awesome.
It's all yours. It's all yours.
That's a toy idea what we need to work on, where it's like Oppenheimer and Einstein figures that get into mammoth, like bot versions of themselves, and they have their little nuclear weapons. that can
See,
use-
now I'm
Oh,
flooded
if
with
you're gonna do
ideas.
that,
Of,
you better do Tesla and
you go.
what's his name?
Edison?
Edison, yes.
Dude, that was actually my biggest lead for what if I was to do one. I was gonna have like a robotic Edison and Tesla fight, but we all
There
know
you go.
who had to win.
Dude.
So.
My original idea was gonna be Tesla, like in a cage, like in a floating cage, and like Edison and like his government goons are gonna be like stealing Tesla's shit, like in his lab. It's gonna be like on some Star Wars shit. Like it's gonna be cool.
I would have
man.
been Nikolai the Tesla, as in he would be like a transformer, but the transformer body was actually Tesla. But he was being stabbed in the back with like a scriber, the very first tattoo machine made by Edison.
You should draw that for real though. Like now you have
I love the
Now
dead
you have
stare.
to.
You're just sitting there
Now
staring, and
you-
it's like your eyes
you
are
have
just
to.
glaring over, and you're like, you should do that.
now you have to.
We need to see that.
Well, I mean,
I
I'm
have to
sorry,
see
guy. Yeah,
It sounds like a full like back piece tattoo that Gary needs to get.
agreed. I'll draw it up then. That's for
drawing
sure.
will debut on Gary's back.
Yep.
I have a feeling I should ask for a deposit though. It might take a while.
All right, 2 left, and Josh is up next.
Okay, let me double check something really fast, or make sure I have everything set up. All right, so I have a surprise. I've got 3 drawings to share.
Oh,
I had some time
Overachiever.
miraculously. Let's see.
Man, I cut my backgrounds out. This dude's like, I got 3 drawings,
Right?
Whole drawings. I'm like,
Oh.
If y'all made content like you make excuses, we might have a show.
oh,
oh, that's cool.
oh, nice.
Oh yeah.
All right, so my first one is Frank Herbert. He's the author of the Dune series.
Yeah. How topical.
Right. I've been reading Dune for a few years, so I figured I would go ahead and give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like a writing professor for a while. He was always like interested in books as a kid. He jumped up on the table and exclaimed to his family that he was going to be a sci-fi author, like at a very young age. So he achieved his goal
Yeah.
miraculously.
Very cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna see the
yeah.
new
I
movie
did it all
tomorrow.
in grayscale, and then
Hidden
I did it
Layer.
all in grayscale, and then like played with the colors.
That's
I like
cool.
it. The little forehead piece is subtle, but
Yeah.
it's nice.
Mm-hmm.
The cables in the back are simple, but
Yeah. Look how he's framed in. And it's like the monochromatic look works perfect
Yeah.
with it. Feels like it's like a hologram.
Yeah, that's kind of the feel I wanted to give off.
Yeah.
and honestly, like just the way the like the way the ceiling pieces there like are angled, it kind of changes the dynamic of the shot entirely. Like if they weren't there, it would look a little more straight on, but it's just like you gave all the camera angle just in that detail alone.
Yeah, I wanted it to really look like an upshot, or down 2 up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my first one. I thought that was really cool, but we had all these prompts so long ago that I just went ahead and did a couple of them. So this person is Oscar Michaud. He was one of the first Black filmmakers who truly portrayed Black people like as they were, instead of all the tropes that all the other white filmmakers during the time were making.
That's awesome.
He looks like a gunslinger, but with a camera. That's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's got the arm, the lights. Yeah, dude. Sweet.
Yeah, he's like a one-man production.
That's cool.
That is.
I like how he has the stance. He's like, I'm gonna get some shit done.
Yeah.
I think he has like a Dick Tracy Western vibe to him.
Yeah.
Like with his Gatling gun, camera, but
So cool.
I had gotten like a pad of vellum that I have never used it before, so I figured I would try it on this.
It turned out really good.
Yeah, man.
Thanks.
Brush ink?
Yeah, all with a brush.
You said you had 2 or 3?
3. Yep, and then
and 74.
Oh my!
Hey,
there you go.
Yes.
Who had Abe Lincoln removable face? Bingo. Who had it? Nice.
Men in Black or Westworld?
Oh, I probably Westworld.
Ooh, Westworld, yeah.
That it would be really messed up if like the faceplate was off and it was actually like John Wilkes Booth underneath.
Deanna's offended.
Dude, that'd be like some crazy twisted like Twilight Zone stuff, man.
If we made a clip of it, it would be my reaction on our screen or on my screen. Me and Deanna are side by side. So what you got in reaction to that was her just disgusted and me just laughing. Like, oh.
That's more than I could ever hope for.
I mean, it's a sitcom.
Oh my. Those were awesome.
Yeah.
See, you planned ahead.
Yeah.
Beautiful line work. Beautiful.
Yeah,
man.
as always.
Jesus.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to go and watch some of those of Oscar's films. That's 44 movies over the course of like 35 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was super prolific.
Wow.
When did he start? When was it?
It was a silent movie era, it looks like.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like early 20s, maybe.
Yeah.
30s.
Oh, wow.
It's to like 48, I think was his last one.
So they didn't have to worry about quiet on the set or any of that crap, did
No.
No. You mean loud as you want.
No, I mean they had a piano player, stationed underneath the screen to just play the melody. They memorized and they would do the dynamic music stuff.
Like the film come like a book of music or something like
Yeah,
that, or
yeah.
sheet
And
music.
they had one person down there in the shadows performing.
Could you imagine like going to see like Endgame and there's some like ragtag guy sitting up front of the Alamo?
The whole yeah.
Bling, bling.
The whole premise of the movie theaters in general was because the government wanted to push air conditioning. They wanted to sell air conditioning. The whole reason that
Yeah.
movies even happened, and the reason why Western movies became so popular, was because they, like, hey, come enjoy air conditioning, and that was the only. So yeah, they worked up a deal
insane.
so that
still
they
the
could
only
push
reason I
the new
go.
technology in people's homes. It was.
That is so crazy. They're like, let's set up this big elaborate thing for air conditioning, and
Yeah.
you know what? It worked.
Yeah,
'Cause air
obviously it did.
conditioning is like
There's that one guy that's like,
$1
it's a
billion
big
business.
government conspiracy.
Right,
Shut up,
yeah.
Grandpa. We want to see the pictures.
We wanted to see the moving picture show.
All right, we missed out on the comments of Robo Abe makes an appearance, the Lincolnator.
Lincolnator.
All right, well, Cliff, you are up next.
All right. So I started mine out thinking about what kind of science fiction I like, and a lot of the times my favorite kind is the kind where explorers come across something that's ancient and alien and whatever. So I was thinking, who could come across something like that? And let's see. Came up with
It's Gary.
Yep.
$20, it's Gary.
with Egyptologist.
Oh, all right.
But he's like a so the guy it's based on is Flinders Petrie. He was a British Egyptologist that basically established a lot of the rules for archaeology, more or less.
Yeah.
He did a lot of stuff. So this guy is a dude who he's from a space colony, and they had something happen to the colony, and their technology kind of regressed a little bit. So that's why he's got like the wagon and like the makeshift stuff and whatnot. But
the turnip on a stick.
yeah, that's to get that thing to go. That's his go button.
He's so cute. Just a little wagon.
I love that character.
He looks like something out of Oddworld, like the Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah.
The contraption on its back too.
Yeah.
It's put together.
What is this wheeled contraption? Never mind the alien that's pulling it.
I would say the only problem with this is that I don't care about the historical figure at all. I want that creature.
No, I mean, much respect.
It's okay. If you look at his face, he knows that.
Yeah. That was my next thing. It's like his pose and the way he's standing is so organically like archaeologist that I couldn't stop laughing. The moment you said it, I'm like, oh, it has to be. The way he's looking, he knows it. That's funny. Oh. But no, I mean, kudos to that guy. But yeah, I'm more like fascinated. Just like you captured so much of this person in just his posture alone.
Yeah, he's got a personality for sure, right?
Yeah. So I wasn't sure how sci-fi this one felt, so I did a couple of their images.
Freaking lasers! Beep beep beep. Oh, okay.
One was
I
guess the places that he was exploring.
Wow.
So since Flinders did the pyramids, I kind of did Pyramids Plus.
Yeah. Like,
So that's him and his.
I completely missed that.
First fan.
Perfect. He
Is
still
he
looks
single-handedly
unimpressed. That's
digging up the
amazing.
pyramids to find there's another reverse pyramid underneath it?
Yeah.
They're just the diamonds. Like, you've been wrong all the time.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Oh
thought
my
about that. I
gosh.
wonder if they've ever checked underneath.
Dude, your scale, that's comical, man. That's just like
That's amazing because I didn't imagine them that size until you zoomed in. That is so cool.
Yeah. I showed this image to my son, and he said I needed one more up on the mountain. So there's one.
Dude, this is like the gift. This is like that gift that just keeps giving. Like those forever zoom images. You zoom in on a pimple on the alien, and it's like this other like civilization he's found. And
That's amazing.
that's well done, man.
I had one last image, just to show I'm getting ready to go inside.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want an entire book of this, but with no words, no context.
Right, yeah.
Just every
Yes.
page, just one of these images.
It'd be
and
like
that's it.
it'd be the perfect opener to like another, Fifth Element or something. Like just no doubt dialogue, just this guy.
People are like, is this like character boards for like a movie, or what is this book? And it's
Yeah.
just pictures of this guy at random places.
Yeah.
Just digging.
I was gonna do one more of him after he came out of there. He would have come out changed, but I never.
Well, now I want to know.
Oh, dude, come on now.
Well, have
Oh.
one Kickstarter book to see that image.
He comes out like Dr. Manhattan or something. Like, is he?
How much? I got
Oh
$5.
yeah,
What we got?
then you could add the glow everybody had this tonight. This became out like Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been listening to a lot of stuff on like occult history, and like there's so many stories of guys that like go off and have some experience, and then they come back and they start a cult and all that. So I was like, that'd be this guy.
Looks like an awesome Pixar animated short, Koala Lord on YouTube. Well, with a name like that, I think you signed a contract. That's so funny. Dude, I love how this is unfolded from this to the next to the next. Like this is a story.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take any dialogue. It just what? And then what? Dude, I would have completely missed the figure like this this is not the first time you've done something for scale that surprised me. I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure we've been through this before. Where you zoomed in and there was oh man, I have to go back and try and find it.
Thing is, you can just put the single word that in like with the asterisk, it just says "Sci" on each one of those, and it works and gets better each time.
Just a signed dot, and you're like, oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh, that's really cool. That's really well done.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I was a little worried about a history lesson, this being boring, but once again, you guys entertained me.
Yeah, I've got like half a dozen tabs open. For reading.
Yeah.
All right, well, now that you've seen tonight's Amazing Imaginations, we are going to go into the plug zone and let everybody tell us where you can find more of their work, what they're up to, what they have for breakfast, whatever they feel like sharing with you. You will find out right now. So we're going to go back in the same order. Daryl, you started tonight, so you're up first.
Daryl at knighthood.com. Airlaben, EHRELBEN at Instagram. Yeah, that's where I post if I do much. Although for whatever reason recently I was like, I need to start practicing more. There's you can find the famous cartoonist courses online for free. And so I've started going through those and practicing those. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna resurrect my old blog because who doesn't love like an old white man just talking online? Nobody to hear.
There's always enough room.
Do
Yeah.
it. I'd love to see.
I'll
what
just
you
add you to
write.
the pile of boring white guys that I'm a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I am still surprised that nobody has picked up and copied what Daryl does because it's so easy for him to just stick that up there and not have to spell it.
It just stays there. all
we're
the time.
reminded that it's a great idea every time it happens,
I
and then we forget.
Yeah.
And as soon as we log off, we're all gonna forget it.
Yeah, it's gone.
That's his thing. Yeah.
All right, Matt, how about you?
You can find my stuff at stonepiemedia.com, and I'm at
There he is.
at Stonepie Media. I
Yeah.
can't say it. I'm mostly on Facebook
Yeah.
because I'm old. But it's all at Stonepie Media.
Nice.
Nice. Hey, Kevin, how about you?
Same as before. Excuse me. You can find me Kevin and Russell Art on Instagram, same on Facebook and YouTube. But I'm mostly on Instagram. I've been trying to post more to YouTube, but still need to get the site, so procrastination. So
I understand that. Gary, what's up?
You can find me at artistgarybadell.com. Right there, you can go to my Instagram, and my Instagram is the same thing, artistgarybadell.com. But most of my activity is on cleverkaiju.com on our new forums. I got a new sketchbook forum post that I do on there, and I update. Actually, I'm going to start updating daily, so check it out. And on Discord, we have the CK community on there. Hang out a little bit. I post some of my sketchbook stuff on there and talk to you guys about your art. So come check us out on cleverkaiju.com and join our Discord.
And you guys are meeting up in person in Springfield once a month now, right?
Yes.
Yes, second Sunday of every month.
Highly suggest going if you're in the area. I went to the last one. It was fun. And I learned some art stuff. I wasn't just there to hang out this time. I learned something.
Yeah, you're supposed to learn art stuff.
You're even teaching me. So anybody can go.
If I finally get around to it, and we do film the interviews that we have, the guests that we keep. We do have an interview set up. We did one with David James, who I work. He's the co-owner and partner at the tattoo shop at Critique. But this last one was Isaac, and I'm in the last stages of editing that one. I'll post it soon, hopefully before we have our next guest. But but yeah, so we'll
the
have
next one's gonna be Draco.
Draco Death Touch is in the Discord. He's very fascinating and definitely a unique talent in the kaiju. So I'm really curious about a lot of things with her work.
Get on the Discord, people. I knew the Draco name from the Discord, so.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty awesome.
Yeah, big shout out to Draco, man.
All right, Jared, how about you?
Everywhere that you want to see something mildly creative, assuming I put anything out, is 6 Foot Gnome. Everywhere that's important. If you're curious about, I might as well plug the other crap I'm into. If you're curious more on the tech side of things, I am a contributing writer for Hackwood Academy. So that's just Hackwood Academy. You can Google it. It's hackwood.academy.com. And LinkedIn, Jared George. My cybersecurity life has taken over my art life currently. So that's where I'm at now. But 6 Foot Gnome if you want the creative side of my brain.
Very nice.
Right on, man.
All right, where was I at? Josh, where can we find you?
You can find me at Instagram at Josh_Metter_art, and you can also read all of my comics for free at the Clever Kaiju website.
Nice.
So much.
Okay, and Cliff.
I'm on Instagram at Cliff_Gamble. Rarely post anything anymore. And I've got a website, it's cgamblestudio.com. So, yeah, that's it.
Neat.
Sweet. And then Nate. Now, did we tell everybody that you did the title card during the show, or was that before the show? I always forget when we talk about things.
Yeah, I don't remember when
I
we
think
hit.
it was before, but we can repeat that though.
I want to give a shout out because he did the awesome Abe Lincoln title card for the event this month.
Yeah. No, I was
Plug
happy to
yourself.
contribute. It was a lot of fun. I mean, this whole subject was a really good idea. We actually kicked it around since season 1, and then
Yeah.
we just never really got around to doing it. It just kind of trickled back in every now and then, but it got weeded out. But no, it was cool. It was it was a good time. I figured Abe Lincoln would have been like too easy of a pick, so I hope I didn't like disarm anybody else. But you guys had some really like thought provoking,
Yeah.
research behind this, and that's like, well,
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the low hanging fruit.
Give yourself a little plug here.
Oh, so I am native of Mammoth Press, but Mammoth Press is being absorbed into Clever Kaiju as a whole. So my work is Mammoth Press, specifically Potbelly Mammoth. I'm currently organizing Volume 1, the printed graphic novel I released a while back. I'll be releasing that through the Clever Kaiju website, joining the ranks of all the other comic creators and webcomic artists that have been feverishly like uploading to the website. At cleverkaiju.com, there's so many resources on it already, and so much access to like a lot of really, really good original content. But no, in the meantime, I'm co-owner of Cryptic Tattoo and Social Gallery. You may have seen a lot of Clever Kaiju events and stuff featuring myself and my team. From that, we're going to be doing. We're invited to do Tremendicon coming up in is it May through June?
May 31st through June 2nd.
We will be there tattooing. We'll even be doing an hour-long kind of like Q&A on the tattoo art industry. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Maybe 2 or 3, or yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking.
It depends. It depends. I mean, if walk-ups get pretty wild, because commissions aren't just like come back a little bit, like it's But no, between Cryptic and Kaiju, I'm more behind the scenes, kind of doing everything. We just released a Artistry Unearthed. It's a podcast on Spotify and YouTube, where we tackle mostly tattooing, because that's mostly what we kind of built everything on. But we have a lot of plans to bring in, like we have interviews already with guitarists, musicians, and you're going to see a lot of faces from Clever Kaiju coming in and hanging out with us. We want to unearth everything artistic. So
Sweet.
Dope.
All right. Has anybody got any conventions coming up that they're going to be at in the near future?
I know Eric, he's not here right now, but I'm pretty sure I saw him post that he's going to be at Planet Comic Con
Eric,
Right.
E. Danger,
I think I saw
right?
it too.
Yeah.
next weekend, not this weekend.
Yeah.
Next weekend.
Yeah, it is the like the 6th through the 10th, 8th through the 10th, something like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, if you guys are in the Kansas City area, Planet Comic Con, 25th anniversary of it. A lot of cool stuff. I'm a little
It's gonna be
sad I have
huge.
to miss it this year. But my boss is sending me to Dice Tower West in Las Vegas. So if I have any gamers out there that are going to be there,
Yes.
I'll be wandering around desperately looking for Lorcana cards. I am losing all my money collecting those stupid cards. I love them. But and although Playco Games is currently in a coma, like we have games for sale, we just haven't been doing anything new. Mike and I will have games with us if anybody sees me and recognizes me, from our hordes of fans that watch the Pin Click. I'll play a game with you. I'd love to.
Yeah, we should do walkthrough, like a gaming walkthrough of
How
your
to do
games.
that.
We should do that.
I
It'd be
think
fun.
if you're in the Springfield area, a lot of us are Clever Kaiju is based out of Springfield, Missouri. We've got Tremendicon coming up May 31st through June 2nd. We've got VisionCon coming up in November. It's a fun area if you haven't been here. If you have a con in your area that everybody just needs to check out, right? Oh, he's got Danger
Yes.
Dinosaur! Yay!
I had no idea this was you till like 2 weeks ago.
No way, where'd you get it?
We bought it at the game spot here in Republic, and my son loved it when he was a little bit younger, and we played the ever-loving crud out of this game.
I love hearing that. That's what I miss most about having booths at conventions is playing that game with people and seeing them have fun. The only box we didn't see is the one Gary helped work on. But
Yeah.
thank you. That just tickled me to death. But if you have a convention in your area, get in the Discord. Tell us about it. Tell us who's going to be there, who they have to see. If it's you, definitely shout yourself out.
Yeah.
And beyond that, next month, last Thursday of the month, March 28th, 8 p.m., YouTube and Facebook, live, we are Pokemon trainers. Is the title.
Be in the very best, like no one ever was.
Why can't I see who's singing?
No.
It's me.
It's Gary.
Let him finish.
Are we drawing us as Pokemon trainers?
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah.
We did one episode of We Were D&D characters, and from that episode, somebody's like, "We
That
should
was
do
pretty
Pokemon."
fun.
I'm like, "Yeah, that's probably a good idea."
I would want to
Nice.
draw myself as a Pokemon.
So this was actually a viewer request,
Yeah,
wasn't
there
it?
you go.
Technically,
You're a Pokemon
I'm gonna draw myself as a
that
Power
trains
World.
other Pokemons.
as a Pal World, get out. You're
But it's Pew Pew
fired.
Pokemon.
Now
So,
it'll probably be successful.
Any pin clickers that have not gone in and signed up for next month, there are spaces open.
I might actually
Join
this one.
us.
I might have to
Join
do this one. Yeah.
us.
Get in the van. We have
But-
candy.
Up, the crowd's
Get in the
excited.
van,
Yay,
boy.
Pokemon. Yay, Tremendicon. Okay. Ooh. If Rachel's going to make it to Tremendicon, she's bringing cookies. Well, I think we could find you. a
Well, that's
ticket.
worth the trip right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
cookies.
You just have to feed me cookies while I'm tattooing though, because you can't I can't touch them. So I think it's always been a dream. You know, you made it as an artist if you have people feeding you food from
There's an Instagram video of John Cleese at one of his signings, and he just has his assistant occasionally putting cheese cubes in his mouth. while he signs.
That's
a friend of
wonderful.
a lot of ours, Ryan Wheaton, who owns a studio here too, in Springfield. Ghost Town is his studio. He's got every now and then. He recently posted a picture of, I think somebody was feeding him tater tots while he was working. You just turn his head and you just see somebody stuffing little tater tots in his beardy face.
I never knew that was the dream. Now I know.
And that's
is
what I
the
mean.
dream,
It's,
man.
you know,
100%.
it's goals.
Wow.
You know.
I'll be looking for that at the next con I go to. Who's getting fed?
Who's getting
I want
fed?
some of their stuff. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in. If you're watching us later, thank you for tuning in when you do. Watch us over and over. Come see us live at something we're at. These people are everywhere and they're so talented. And that's it for tonight. So
See you next month, guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. Bye.
Yeah.
Love you. You went back. You. Thank you.